Hi everyone, I hope you're well. Today it is going to be a video about wedding makeup. I get married on just under 2 weeks and it's more towards the week side now, and I'm very nervous. Mainly because I didn't get a makeup artist, because every time I got a makeup artist I ended up looking cakey or bronzed or baked, if you will. And I didn't like the styling of the way that people did things like my eyebrows. So I thought I'd learn how to do my own makeup. However, it has been a case of trial and error. So today I'm going to show you how I'm going to recreate this kind of skin, only because a makeup artist just did it. However, she works in a shop that sells makeup, so I couldn't hire her if I could. However, I think she did a great job, and now I wanted to recreate it. So, first things first, we are going to whack my hair back. I think even so I might clip it just to be on the safe side. Will be a pineapple for a little bit. Then we're going to take away the makeup that I've already got on. She put a lot on. I must admit, she did put a lot on. You can already see the difference, right? The reason I went in is because I needed to pick up some medication that I'm on right now for my tummy. I'm having a tough time at the moment with my tummy and my digestive system, so I have some tests in a month's time to find out what's going on, and we will figure it out one way or another. We'll one step at a time. But overall, I need some medication, and at this moment in time I'm not eating a great deal either, so because it just hurts to eat anything. So while I was in there waiting for my prescription, I did speak to this lovely lady that worked there, and she said, "You have lovely skin." And I said, "I don't think I do, but thank you. I don't take compliments very well, because I'm 34, and if I zoom in, I have some fine lines appearing, and in this light you can see them. And so I'm scared about when I'm having my wedding photos done, and it does sound so superficial, but I'm worried about my photographer picking up these fine lines. So I've been on a quest to try and make sure that I do not have fine lines and wrinkles on my wedding day. I just want to feel confident in myself, because you will never get this day again. So I cannot get this mascara off for the life of me. I think we're about there. Yeah, I would say that. So if you can just see them there, you know, and then here. So I bought this. I have had this for a long time and I swear by it. It's called Blur. But first things first, you got to prep your skin, right? I bought this, which is a wrinkle filler, and it does help. I just fill the cracks. all the frowning and shock I've done over the years. In hindsight, I wish I'd have smiled a bit more. One of my best friends has crow's feet. I said, I'd rather have crow's feet than frown lines. You've had a happier life. So, and it blends in very, very quickly. So, the next step. This works as a primer too, but I do have my own primer for my face, which is this one. I know there's a lot of controversial opinions about e.l.f. right now, but I like the makeup, so. Oh, that's the new one. I'm not going to open that one yet. Here it is. Yeah, I've really gotten through it. You literally just push it in to your fine lines. But the lady at the shop today, she said, your skin is beautiful. You have beautiful skin. And it did mean a lot to me. You can kind of see the difference, right? But this acts really well as a primer. So she said you must always prep your skin. She painted it on, but yeah. But you can definitely see the difference on my forehead, right? Let me see if I can get it brighter. There we go. I do have another primer that I use too, which is this one. This is the liquid and this is more of a putty, which I do put on my forehead too as a base layer. She did, I must admit, the makeup artist, obviously she had a makeup stand and she was very good at her job. You know, she was telling me these products that she thinks I need and stuff like that, and I'm like, I know you're good for your job, but I've worked in sales, I know how it works. So I have been using this one for some time, but this is more of my winter shade because sorry, my summer shade, because as you can see my face has changed somewhat. My skin's been getting lighter, so I probably won't wear this now. I do have 2 bottles of it too, but I probably won't wear this because if you see, it's slightly off what it needs to be. It gives out a bit of an orangey tone in the summer, so I haven't been using it, truth be told. Which is annoying, but I do have a spare bottle of it, so I think I might sell it because I'm not going to use it. So, but this one, this is fabulous. It says it's a base, however, I use it as a foundation. So you roll it on your skin and look, it matches, and yet it's got a dewy glow. However, it's sticky and it leaves a very, very sticky. I don't want that on my wedding day. That's good for me day-to-day life when I'm not, you know, I'm going to be going to people, you know, I don't want my foundation all over someone's face. So that's not going to happen today because I have this, which is, I wanted a medium to light coverage, nothing. Oh, this is extremely on your face, so I don't want that. So I purchased this, which is only a very small bottle. However, It is my skin tone. I am cool vanilla. I'm vanilla, baby. So she taught me a method that I've never used before. Need a brush. To just gently paint it on. Just gently, you know, not cake it, just paint it, you know, just gently. It's my skin tone. She also told me not to paint across on my forehead with fine lines. You paint down. And I actually find, or up, it works very well. Wow. And you don't need a lot. You don't need a lot. But there was something that she did which blew my mind, which is what I'm going to try today. Now, usually the old me would have got my trusty blending brush and she says, don't do that. She says, do not do that. You get your setting powder and you blend it with the setting powder and it sets it for you. And I was amazed by it. So, before we do that, this is a concealer, which isn't working. Maybe I have to keep turning it. Oh, there it is. That's a lot. Anywhere where you feel you might need a little bit of help. I know it has a sponge on it, but she even put it up here too, I remember. But yeah, anywhere where you think you might need a little bit of support, bits of moral support. Get rid of that. There. So I always dab concealer. I don't know why people don't, but I do. I've got a piece of hair on my forehead too, which is not helping the situation. Looks better already. I'm not one of those people that wears a ton of colour in my face or anything like that. I don't. It's not me. I'm going to blend it slightly, only because I'm not happy with it. So far, so good. This is the Set the Scene powder. That's a lot. The only thing that makes me sad is that you don't get the puff anymore. You used to get a powder and a puff, but you don't get it anymore. There we go. So what she did, this is my favourite brush, because it's slightly angled. She got it and she just hair on it. And I was just amazed. Look at that. It's like I've been airbrushed. And it's not sticky. It kind of just takes that stickiness away, you know? I saw one of my best friends who is coming to my wedding in town, and she noticed that I'd had my face done, and she said, "You look amazing, like it really suits you." And I was like, I'm going to go home and recreate what I've been taught today, which was exciting. Still a bit of redness on my nose because I wear sunglasses and I get a lot of red marks here, so that's what this bad boy's for. It's very frustrating having red marks on your nose. There, sorted. Perfect. So, this stuff I will not use till the wedding. It's the same with this because there's not a lot. There's only 30ml. So, and that too. I then got a new brow pencil. It just needs to, you know, just sort out the gaps. The lady did my brows. I'm not overly keen on the shape of them, but I'm not going to argue with it today. I can't be bothered. However, I am going to use some super fluff. Better. When I was a teenager and someone would say, "Let's take a picture of you," I'd always go, "I don't know why, I still do it." Now on the day, I will wear some very, very dainty little lashes, only dainty ones. I've got one on here, I lost the other one. But what they look like, oh my goodness, my hair is on everything. If you're a girl and you lose your hair, you understand this. So they're only very little. So for just purposes on this video, I will just put on some mascara Nothing fabulous, but just enough. Cool. I'm losing my lashes again, so as you can see, this one, I've got a huge gap, but it's okay. That's what fake lashes are for. I don't wear them very often, but when I'm in a situation like this, I will. So then, let's have a drink of water. Ouch. I have, this isn't my final palette for the wedding. However, I have this colour in another palette. It's my favourite, rose gold. And, you know, this is the sort of colour that you just need a tiny amount, and that's enough. I am left-handed, so I do struggle. My right hand is a little bit firmer than my left, so I do struggle a little bit. But that will do, because, you know, it's not my wedding day. We're just practicing and having fun, and that's okay. Then it's this one. I think this is by the same brand as the, look at that. Try and get it to look at that. So pretty. And it's not my final colour, but on the day I have a colour that's a little bit lighter, and I enjoy wearing it very much. I do have by Morph this one too. It's called Drip Glass, and when I played with the tester in the shop, I could not believe the sparkle coming out of it. I was like, whoa. So I bought some. However, I kind of stained the applicator, so I'll eat. Beautiful. So then just imagine for a second I have my lashes on and it's all good. I just need a little bit of, maybe a little bit of colour on my cheeks. So back to the palette, and we do have a nice blush here, which is sort of like a pink. She taught me with blusher to do a teeny bit at a time, because some people like that, I just put that on far too quickly and it's left a bit of a mark. So she said you can just quickly just go over it and it's fine. And it's the same on this side. And she said the best part is this stuff is pretty much sweat proof. So, you know, on the day when you're dancing and having a good time, this is not budging. It's so smooth, and my face feels beautiful and I feel beautiful. And I think that's something that I struggle with so much. So again, on the day I'll be having lashes sort of like that, which I think is really nice. And then, yeah, and then my setting spray is, I'll show you. I have two. I have the new one for the wedding, but I also have one that I've been using day to day. And it's not moving. It doesn't have a very nice smell though. So So yeah, it's made my day, because while I've been poorly, I've not felt myself, and I've not felt very beautiful. And because you feel like garbage, and I have felt like garbage, and you know, having something like this today has just made me feel a bit better. So yeah, here we go. My hair, I'm still in debating, you know, how I want my hair on the day, whether, because I'm having a veil, do I want it tied up, do I want it down? But today I'm having it down, and I'm losing my hair slowly as I'm getting older. I used to have very luscious, thick locks, but it's a lot thinner now. But it's okay, you know, it's part of getting old, and I'm starting to go grey, and it's okay. You know, it's part of growing older. So I think how I want my hair is on the day some kind of like twisty bun kind of thing going on. I don't know, but we will figure it out. I have a wonderful hairdresser, and she has looked after my locks for a few months now, and said she will find something that works for me, so that my beautiful hair can still be nice. But for now, I'm going to put it back in a clip, but just so, like this. There. And there we go. I'm not an influencer by any standard, but I do enjoy doing things like this. As an older lady in my coming up for late 30s, it's very difficult when you see online, and it's nothing about young women that I hate, because they're all beautiful in their own way. But when you have fine lines and wrinkles, you need to find something that works for you. And I have found something that works for me, and I've had to do that myself. So if you are in your 30s and you find it really, really, really hard to find anything like this, then definitely go down to, like, if you're in America, go to Sephora, go to these makeup shops, or if you are in the UK, go to Boots. That's where I went today for my medicine, and I did speak to a lady, and look what she did, and I've managed to recreate it at home because she sat and taught me, which is invaluable. So have a wonderful day, whatever you decide to do today. I hope it's good, and if you guys could drop me a like and a comment, subscribe if you're new, it supports me. I'm trying to change the algorithm of my YouTube channel, because I didn't post for a while, so it kind of knocks you off the pedestal. And I would like, especially whilst I'm off work because I'm not well, I would like to try and, you know, make some money, hopefully, so that I'm not getting ill all the time, and actually be able to, I'd love to be able to be at home more with my family, so that would be nice. Anyways, take care, guys, until we see each other again. If you've got any ASMR ideas and inspiration maybe you'd like me to do, then drop it in the comments. I'll see you